Welcome to CTV News, your Canada. It's Tuesday, July 22nd. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
It's important for everyone to have swimming lessons to be able to survive. I think it's a basic survival skill.
Members of marginalized communities learning to become more comfortable in the water.
We provide low cost to families and sometimes free to families where they can get swimming lessons and be able to learn this vital skill.
Now in its third year, Afropolitan Canada's Summer Swim to Survive program continues to grow.
Last year we had about 127, and this year alone we have about 197. And even with that, we have 250 people on the wait list.
Children as young as 4, as well as adults, learning crucial skills that could save their lives.
So it's a roll into the water, 50-meter swim, and a 1 meter of treading water.
Drowning is the third leading cause of unintentional death in Canada. Children of immigrants specifically are 4 times more likely to be unable to swim.
What we're looking to do is to expose the BIPOC community to activities that they wouldn't be able to attend. And we're making it accessible for everybody.
Some participants swimming for the first time.
I enjoy it because it's pretty refreshing. I've been learning new things. It's fun. I've got to play games, learn.
Having someone come in from day one, really not wanting to even jump in or very hesitant to at the end saying, I'm good to go, let me jump in and do all the skills completely unsupported or unassisted. It's a huge reward.
Also bringing peace of mind to parents.
Kids want to be kids. They want to have fun. They're going to run poolside, and if they jump in, they know how to surface. They know what to do to stay afloat.
Today's session also aligns with the beginning of National Drowning Prevention Week. This year's theme is Safer Together, focusing on how everyone can experience safer aquatic recreation when they work together. Children involved in the program also grasping the importance of water safety.
If you're in a boat and it's sinking, you can know how to swim just to save your life. If somebody's in danger and there's no adult that's older than you, so you can't save their life.
Organizers hope to acquire additional funding to expand the program year-round. Kara Smap, CTV News, Kitchener.
Don't want to immediately jump into the water and help them, because that's going to put ourselves into danger too. So grabbing something that floats nearby, encouraging them to come in is obviously what we want to do. We want to reach and throw, but we don't want to go.
One key safety tip to keep beachgoers safe this summer. The Life Saving Society of Ontario was at Kew Beach to mark National Drowning Prevention Week. Stephanie Bachelard says the vast majority of drownings occur in bodies of water.
This is because of temperature, waves, currents. You've got drop-offs. It's unpredictable in the water.
In Ontario, 100% of drownings of children under age 5 occurred when supervision was absent or distracted.
Last year in Ontario, there were 39 drownings. So far this year, as of July 8th, there have been 40 drownings in Ontario.
The City of Toronto has 140 lifeguards at 10 swimming beaches.
They're all national lifeguard certified, and they work every day during the summer from 10:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m., keeping swimmers safe and educating the public about safety. Each lifeguard tower also indicates the water conditions. So if you see a green flag, it means it's safe to swim. Lifeguards are on duty. If you see a yellow flag, it means that you need to proceed with caution. Water conditions may be a bit choppy. And if you see a red flag, please do not enter the water.
There was also demonstrations of how to properly fit a life jacket or personal flotation device.
Really important with life jackets that they are zipped and they are clipped and they are very snug. If your life jacket is riding up over the ears, it is too big.
Plus reminders for sun protection to make sure everyone can enjoy summer swimming in safety. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
So amazing to see such a fantastic turnout. You know, Londoners take pride very seriously. It's a very accepting, progressive, and intelligent community that understands love is love.
It's been great. hey, you know what? We're doing something really cool this year. We're doing a Pink Pony Club with our float here. Pink Pony Club is a huge song on Virgin Radio by Chapel Roan, so everyone's dressed in pink. We've got some ponies here, and this means a lot to us. We love being a part of the community here and just being, accepting and taking in the love that London has.
Love having Pride in July because it's like the party just keeps going on for Pride Month in June, and then we have the celebration here in London. It's all about inclusivity, acceptance. We see so many people come out for this. It's always bigger and bigger every year. Whether it's sunny over there, it's cloudy over there, it doesn't matter. It's great.
You can state that you are into equity and you're into supporting things. You need to model it and be a part of it. And I think for us that's very important for us. Just like the bus says here, everyone belongs in Thames Valley, and we are modeling that, and we want people to know that every student and family is welcome in Thames Valley.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride! Ladies, be careful.
Warnings circulating on social media about two men with violent pasts active on dating apps in Alberta. Women on Wings Society, a domestic violence support group, posted, "Ladies beware," after seeing a profile on Facebook dating for a man convicted of manslaughter and causing indignity to the body of a Calgary mother.
If these women are not fully aware of the background of these men that are on these dating sites or who they're meeting, there's a lot of potential for danger there.
The victim's mother also worries women may unknowingly end up on a date with her daughter's killer.
Because to me, people don't change. Anyone that's been charged or incarcerated with causing bodily harm or causing death, they really should come with a warning.
Other posts, like this one by Lost Souls Media, warn of another man convicted of second-degree murder of a woman in BC, now living in Calgary and spotted on dating apps. But a criminal defense lawyer says these men have been released from prison and served their debt to society.
When they're done, they're done. And they are entitled to all the rights and privileges of any other Canadian.
How did he serve his time? He was sentenced to life in prison and did 7 years. He didn't serve his time.
CTV News is not identifying the men because while we've seen the dating profiles, we reached out to both men to confirm they were created by them and aren't fake accounts, but did not hear back. The social media posts are also concerning for this legal expert who worries they could lead to vigilante action.
There have been lots of cases where individuals have misidentified someone, done harm to the person they've misidentified, and then face criminal charges themselves. So it's rolling the dice, and I don't think they should be doing that.
But to some, the warnings are warranted if they could possibly prevent another tragedy.
Me, her kids, her family, we get life. We get life without her.
And Terry joins us now. Terry, you spoke with Calgary Police about this, so what did they have to say?
Tara, Calgary Police say anyone starting a new intimate relationship, regardless how they met, online or not, should take precautions. That includes meeting in a public space for the first time and letting someone know you trust about your plans. Try to verify information about someone you met online. Don't share sensitive information like your home address. And if something feels off, trust your gut. Now, because of Clare's Law, people can also contact police and ask whether they're at an elevated risk of domestic violence from their partner. We have more details on that process on our CTV Calgary website.
After Canadian superstar Dean Brody and thousands of fans took over Meridian Place a few weeks ago, the Troubadour Festival Summer Concert Series returns to downtown Barrie this weekend, headlined by the 99s, with another emerging artist showcase. Leading off the showcase is Goofus, the band's first outdoor gig, ready to pump up the crowd.
We range from very, very soft melodic songs to really, really high energy, loud, heavier songs or heavier rock songs. So there's going to be a bit of diversity in our set. But I think, honestly, with that said, there's something there for everyone to really, really enjoy.
Sydney Riley also ready to bring a unique sound to the Troubadour Festival.
If it's public like this, then we try to be as engaging as possible. So it's going to be lots of like the big bangers and just lots of excitement. Not very much, sad songs.
With punk rock band Doreen ready for their big moment.
They can expect some loud guitars and loud drums. A bit of pop, a bit of blues, a bit of rock.
A fair bit of original, some classic Canadian covers as well to keep the people happy, and yeah, no, good mix of that.
No more carefree.
Headlining this week's festival are the 99s. Vocalist in the band, Carly Aikens, is from Barrie and excited to perform on stage.
It's the place where I kind of cut my teeth in performing, and right on that strip on Dunlop, at all the venues and bars on that strip. So, you know, it always feels like a full circle moment to get to come home and have a good time with friends and family.
Adding the 99s bring a throwback vibe where the audience can sing along and enjoy the nostalgia of older music.
Saturday will feel like going to the town square and putting a coin in the jukebox, and you kind of don't know what you're going to get, but that's kind of the joy of it. It's like a radio dial. It's a nostalgic kind of trip down memory lane.
With Meridian Place the perfect venue for the bands to shine.
Come on out. Meridian Stage is honestly like one of the best live venues that we get to play at in Barrie. So it's the perfect location. It's the middle of downtown. If you're going to get dinner beforehand, you can just walk on by and you'll be able to see us.
The Emerging Artist Showcase begins at 5 p.m., but the fun begins much earlier than that. Open Air Dunlop once again takes over downtown from 10 to 5, with classics in the park also being displayed downtown leading up to the concert. Luke Simard, CTV News, Barrie.
This here is one of 2,000 green bins that were distributed across the city's east end near the WFCU Center Monday morning, with the program set to launch later this year.
Today, I just received my brand new green bin.
Assembly and delivery of the green bins started early this morning.
When you get your bin, you want to read the welcome label on it. There's some good information on there. Open it up because there are contents in there.
About 120,000 will be distributed in Windsor, LaSalle, Tecumseh, and Lakeshore. First thing you'll notice is a 7-liter kitchen catcher with a starter kit inside of it.
This is what you're going to be looking for. So you're going to read it. It's going to tell you how to use this guide.
So what goes in the green bin?
It could be anything from vegetables to fruit to expired muffins, bread, fats, oils, grease, coffee filters, tea bags, pet human hair, dryer lint can go in here.
According to Kathy Kopot-Nepsy, manager of waste diversion at Essex Windsor Solid Waste Authority, if you have been following the red and blue box program properly, what's left is a lot of food waste.
You may have a little bit of plastic wrap or styrofoam trays in there that you can remove, but everything else really you should be recycling in your garbage. So you're really already doing the program.
A compostable bag is also included in the kit,
so that we don't get plastic film in that liquid fertilizer that we create out of the food waste after it's collected.
The waste is processed to create a liquid fertilizer that farmers use to spray their crops. Renewable energy is also created from the waste. Another plus is time added to the lifespan of the current landfill.
These organics programs, or the green bin programs, have been proven to help us regionally and within the city reduce waste by anywhere from, 40 to 50%. So when you think about 110,000 metric tons, if we can cut that in half, that just makes our landfill life cycle that much longer.
Each bin has a gravity lock to keep pests out and odors in. The bins are made in Canada with the exception of the wheel axle. So distribution will continue until October. They will hit the county August 17th, starting in Essex and then flowing over to Tecumseh, Lakeshore, and LaSalle. The first pickup will be the week of October 20th. Circle it off in your calendar. In Windsor, Bob Belichico, CTV News.
Close the lights off. Mazdak Ardalan has 3 young children, and his pool fence is this non-rigid enclosure made of PVC synthetic mesh by the company Enfant Secure. A Pierrefonds inspector visited with a warning.
He said, so that fence you have is considered material non-rigid, so it's not authorized.
Neighbor Tom Denunzio has the same fence. He never suspected there would be a problem because this exact fence is shown in the government's own pool fence bylaw rule book.
Fence that we have. So as per the provincial bylaw, it's here. That's the fence. This is what's here. The city of Pierrefonds, when we go to the city hall, they have the same sheet and they just have this crossed off.
Denunzio asked the borough why it doesn't accept the fence when the province does and received this letter.
No independent study that was conducted to make the decision to prohibit non-rigid materials as fencing for pool enclosures.
Mathieu Lalonde, president of Enfants Secure, says his product is tested, safe, and accepted in most areas of the province.
I would say more than 98% accept our product.
But not Pierrefonds and a few other places. Lalonde says that means some pool owners will have to spend more.
With the new regulation, people have to put some fence around their pools, and on top of that, they refuse our fence, which is an affordable one.
Both Ardalan and Denunzio paid around $2,000 for their current fences. Estimates they received on new rigid fences cost much more.
I have about 8,600.
Yeah, mine was just under 6,000.
They submitted their concerns to the Montreal Ombudsman and were told
municipalities are free to go above and beyond.
CTV reached out to Pierrefonds Roxborough City Hall for comment, but did not receive a response. Meanwhile, the deadline to have your pool fenced is coming up in 2 months. Ardalan has already been waiting 9 weeks for a new fence permit. He says the inspector that came to his house advised him to sell his non-rigid fence.
And sell it to the next block over, Kirkland or Beaconsfield or DDO or...
Because just a few streets away, there's no problem with this fence. Christine Long, CTV News.
Ken Van Ray rolling up the hose, doing what he can to limit his water usage.
Generally, just try and conserve water. So when they let us know, we turn off all the sprinklers.
Carleton Place urging residents to refrain their outdoor water consumption to ensure the town has enough water in case of an emergency. Watering lawns, washing cars, hosing down sidewalks and driveways limited until September 30th, especially in July when the temperatures warm up and residents engage in more outdoor watering. Residents say this is a reoccurring issue.
It's basically how it's been for my entire life. I've lived in Carleton Place my whole life. It's been kind of a thing that just is a fact of life here.
The town color-coded water demand status is currently in the red category at its limit. The dirt is dry and the grass is coarse. The municipality says that they are doing their part in restricting its own water use and not watering municipal lawns and gardens. Toby Randall, mayor of Carleton Place, says in a Facebook post, the reason for the request is because strain on the system endangers the ability of our fire department to potentially fight fires due to lack of water pressure in our system. Guy Legault, trimming his shrubs, refraining from watering them, says even the town's Mississippi River is feeling the effects.
The river's been the lowest we've ever seen, and the rocks are all sticking through. If you go down to one of the 2 or 3 bridges we have, you'll see that all of the stones are protruding and there's hardly any water flowing there.
However, the municipality says watering using a hand nozzle or watering can is permitted.
We go around with a little watering bucket and do our flowers, but as for the lawns, you can't water.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Her commute to work looks different than most. So does her office. Out on New Brunswick's Kingston Creek, Victoria Tramble specializes in sales. Ice cream sales.
It's a floating ice cream dock, so it's very unique. It has a boat drive-through right here for boats to just pull up.
That's right, a drive-through on the water. Treats like drumsticks, popsicles, and ice cream sandwiches are the draw.
Would like to go for scooped ice cream next year once we're solar powered.
When the sun comes out, so do boaters. On a cloudy weekday like this one, ice cream is a tougher sell. But after lunch, a special customer. Mike Alton started this floating business last year.
This was, just a dream of mine. Always wanted an ice cream shop, really like ice cream. Thought about putting it on the water and it all made sense.
Too busy with his other companies, he didn't want this dream to sink and chose to sell. Tramble scooped it up.
I'm just grateful that I got to be a part of it. I'll tell you, it sure looks sharp now.
Not everybody has a boat to get to the dock, but the owner solved that problem, putting these boats on the beach for people to use for free.
After all, ice cream might taste better on the water.
And everybody that comes by is just like in love with it, really, in love with the idea.
Yeah, and you're still in love with it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'll always be in love with it. I don't think I'll ever not love it here.
The 22-year-old became an entrepreneur just as she unexpectedly found herself without a job.
I think that's like a scary reality for a lot of people my age right now. So I kind of found myself like scrambling to find a job and everything, and it kind of just was like perfect. It fell into my lap.
That's pretty sweet. Sarah Plowman, CTV News, Kingston, New Brunswick.
Local artist Christina Troiska hosted a Provence-style picnic party at Kern Park on Sunday. For about 3 hours, Troiska and attendees painted on canvases, surrounded by music, cool drinks, and sweet little treats. Troiska moved to Canada from Ukraine 3 years ago. For Sunday's event, everyone painted the same image, but the end result on each canvas was unique.
Like maybe more blue or maybe more pink to add maybe more darkness or brightness. But today the same painting but in different mood. We will see in the end it will be absolutely different.
At the end of the event, everyone took their artwork home, a colorful reminder of a peaceful afternoon in the park.
Staring into Kevin the back.
The Prince Albert Army, Navy, and Air Force Veterans Organization, or ANAVETS Unit 222, is receiving some much-needed funding from the province to make building repairs.
We're looking at a building that's getting close to 100 years old here now. Yeah. A lot of things need to be replaced.
The Saskatchewan Veterans Service Club Support Program provides grants up to $30,000 to organizations like ANAVETS and the Royal Canadian Legion for building repairs and maintenance. The ANAVETS have used previous grants through the program to repair their aging facility, including upgrades to the floors and electrical wiring. ANAVETS hopes the repairs will help revitalize interest in the organization and plans to rent out the basement space for community events. The revenue will be used to help cover bills.
Our membership is up to just about 300, and we're still working on it. Yeah. So we're having events here.
Since the grant program began in 2019, the Prince Albert Royal Canadian Legion branch and ANAVETS Unit 222 have received a total $286,000 in grant money. ANAVETS members say the program has already helped them out a lot.
It's an old building, and it needs a lot of maintenance over the years. Like, we could do Band-Aids, but without this grant program, we wouldn't be able to do that.
For the 2025-2026 year, $1.4 million in project grants were provided to 67 Legion branches, ANAVETS units, and other registered nonprofit veterans organizations across Saskatchewan. Jasmine Pelche, CTV News, Prince Albert.
Jesse Campbell will never forget when he decided to compete in his first strongman competition as a lark.
I was never really athletic as a kid.
So you can imagine how it felt when he not only realized what his body was capable of, but how competitive he could be.
That was the first time I ever won like a trophy in anything.
And it proved to be anything but beginner's luck.
I've been kind of chasing that high ever since.
And thanks to countless hours of training ever since, including multiple reps deadlifting his truck, Jesse's won dozens of local, provincial, national, and world competitions, realizing misconceptions along the way.
You think of these big aggro men with covered in tattoos, and there's a lot of that, for sure. But more so, it's we all understand what's involved in the effort, and we cheer each other on.
And that, Jesse says, inspired him to be more patient, more empathetic, and more willing to reconsider what he had been cheered for since he was a child.
Because everyone wanted me to be an artist. I didn't want to do what people wanted to tell me to do, so I decided to go the opposite direction.
After spending years doing the opposite, Jesse felt empowered to step out of the box and put the same effort into art.
You can't just think your way into a painting. You actually have to do it.
So Jesse implemented the skill set that made him successful in sport, including patience and persistence, to start creating almost a dozen murals that have proved to be both physically challenging and artistically satisfying.
So the original intention behind this piece was acknowledging the sort of the animal athletes in our lives.
Fittingly created across from a sports field, Jesse, who's Métis, commissioned a Coast Salish artist to create designs for his mural. It's a balance of images that's similar to the way Jesse is now unifying the different aspects of himself.
It's just removing that conception of you have to be like this or like that. You can be whatever you want to be. as long as you're interested, you can find a way. Where that takes you is up to you.
Adam Swansky, CTV News, Saanich.